Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful Thursday morning, and this is Coffee with Chondra Rankin, straight out of the Heartland. Hope everybody's having an awesome morning. Got a beautiful sunrise happening right now, which you cannot see, but just trust me on that one. But yeah, good morning. Do you know that one person who comes to an hour-long meeting 45 minutes late? Or that one person who should be paying attention and they're just messing with something else and they're not paying attention, being a little bit rude? Or maybe just somebody that's not doing something that you kind of want them to do? Well, it does happen to me. I can be a little bit of a control freak, a little bit type A personality, and I know this, so me being self-aware. But, you know, I don't care what people think about me. So really, why should I care what somebody else is doing? They're on their own path, and I need to really concentrate to be successful on my own path and my own success, not worrying about what somebody else is doing. They don't have the same goals as you do. They don't pay your bills. They don't dream your dreams. So why do you... Oh, there's a lady over here watching me. Hello, lady. And I just said I don't care what people think. It's just funny when people are staring at you. So they're not in charge of your life. So why should you try to be in charge of theirs? And like I said, I'm a little bit of a control freak. I've been told I give orders well. I don't really mean to come across that way, but I guess I do sometimes. So just embrace it. Use it to the best advantage, I guess. So my message in that is be patient and don't let others bug you. Don't become bogged down with what somebody else is doing so much that you lose sight of what you are doing yourself. So don't have those expectations of people. Stop expecting it to happen. And here are 6 ways to think about things to not, to make so people don't affect you in that way. The first is that a lot of people walk around behind me, just checking them out for a minute. So number one way to just acknowledge that people are maybe not going to mesh with you. And I'm talking that inner circle. I'm not saying you can't be friends with them, but you might inherently not have those aligned goals. One is stop expecting people to agree with you. How many billions of people are in the world? I mean, think about how many people are in the world, and every single one has a slightly different opinion. So do you really think everyone's going to agree with you? If you do, then you need to think again on that, because that is not happening. So what you need to do is put your message out there and align with people that have that belief system that you do, so you can be a support system. But maybe you can help others along the way in that instance. But not everyone's going to agree with you. And don't ever expect that, because you are going to be spinning your wheels like the guy in the truck that I told you the story about yesterday. You're going to be spinning your wheels and you're going to get really stuck for a long time. Long time. Don't do it. So number 2, stop expecting people to respect you more than you respect yourself. Stop expecting people to respect you more than you respect yourself. Thinking about yourself in this way that other people should care more, that is called being narcissistic. And if you do not have respect and love for yourself, people will not reciprocate that. They will not be drawn to you in any way, because you don't even know who you are enough to respect yourself. So don't expect others to place you in that leadership role if you can't even see yourself there, if you cannot visualize. Morning, Carrie. So that was number 2. Second way to stop expecting people to do things that you want them to do. 3, you do not need people to like you. You don't. I'm a little bit of a people pleaser, and I've gotten over that in a lot of ways, but you don't need people to like you. You don't need to go out in the world today and think, oh, I need a pat on the back, and no. You don't need accolades for what you're doing if you feel that your message is what the world needs to hear. That might follow, but that's not the goal. The goal is to help people along their way, but you don't need people to like you. So stop putting that out there that you need to try to please everyone, because if you try to please everyone, you will please no one, and that is especially true of yourself. So that was number 3. Number 4. Ooh, this is a good one. Do not try to make people fit your idea of who they are. Ooh, this is huge for relationships. Don't get into a relationship if you know how that person is and then you have this idea, well, I can mold them into this. That never turns out well. Never. You should both grow and learn and become better together. But if you start a relationship, and I mean a friendship, a romantic relationship, anything with someone with the goal of changing them, that's not ever going to work. Number 5, stop expecting people to know what you're thinking. I'm specifically talking to women in this instance. And this is stereotyping a little bit, I will admit, but I actually had a conversation with one of my coworkers the other day, and he was talking about how difficult it is to get gifts for his wife because she doesn't like particular things. She doesn't like jewelry. I don't remember what else she didn't really care for, but he had a really hard time getting her something thoughtful because she doesn't want a gift certificate. She wants thought put into it, but she also won't tell him what she wants. Hey ladies, just tell the guy. Just help him out a little bit. People can't read each other's minds, and if you have a message to give to people, share it. Because that is the only way they will know. And it's okay to be blunt sometimes. There are different ways to carry your message across and have it be accepted with open arms. So just tell people your expectations. It doesn't have to be a confrontation. It can just be a good conversation. It's called good communication. And number 6, stop expecting people to suddenly change. You might be on this big growth spurt, and I don't mean you're getting 5 feet taller. I mean you're growing your mind. I have been listening to a lot in regard to personal development and a lot of things in that realm. So I can't expect someone who is not open to doing that to suddenly be on my same wavelength. Everyone has their own growth process, and it might be triggered by something different. Because usually growth, not necessarily usually, but it can be triggered by a painful event or some larger thing that is a catalyst for making it happen. So don't expect everyone else to suddenly have this mind-changing thing happen just because you are. I mean, you might be able to be a good example to other people, and oh, that person is really looking into some different things, and they might want to get on board with that. But Don't have that expectation of other people. So there are 6 points to really differentiate yourself and stop expecting things out of other people that really are unrealistic. And I'll just go over those really quickly to review. 1, don't expect everyone to agree with you. 2, stop expecting other people to respect you more than you respect yourself. 3, do not expect people to like you. You do not need people to like you. 4, do not try to make people fit into your idea of who they are. 5, stop expecting people to know what you're thinking. People are not mind readers. And 6, stop expecting people to suddenly change. People aren't going to come out and say, oh, I wonder what Chondra wants them to act like today. No, that's not happening. Sorry, I keep moving over because the sun is moving and then there's not a shadow on my head. So, beautiful sunrise, yay. So, people are not going to go out and just act like someone else wants them to. They want to be a unique individual and they have their own goals in life. You're not going to find that person that's ideal, that matches your ideal realm in your head and equate that with reality. It's not going to happen. You're going to waste precious time and energy trying to do that, and it will be futile. So might as well not try. How you deal, this is the key here, how you deal with your differences. Boy, that sun is getting really bright. Wow. How you deal with your differences is the key. You need to be able to relate to people because people are not going to be exactly like you. That's just not reality. You will have misplaced expectations. And what you do want to do is align yourself with people that have similar interests and similar goals. And that will be your group or your tribe, which is the vernacular that's popular today. No disrespect for the word tribe, because I've seen people get all up in arms about it, but it's just your close-knit group that you share, that you align your thoughts with. So not everyone will be aligned with you. That is okay, and that is expected. That's normal. And if that is the case, you know, if you've come into contact with someone that is not like you, maybe you've made a new friend. And that's great. A new contact, a new friend. They won't necessarily be in your inner circle. Not everyone will be. And you need people that are closer to you in your tight-knit little community. And then, you know, you need people that are not necessarily, hey, Jelena, not necessarily as close with you, but a contact, because you never know who those people will lead you to. The world is full of amazing people. And in fact, I just said hello to someone who is, I think, on the other side of the world. So that is amazing. So take your emotion out of the equation. Not everyone's going to be totally aligned with you. Don't expect them to be. We all have our differences. Let's celebrate those. And I'm going to sign off, but if you enjoyed this, like, comment, or share. And if you would like, visit my website, chandrarankin.com, and I hope you found some value. I appreciate all of you, and have a great day.